Hello everybody and welcome back. Welcome back as we're now at part 11 of the M3 Lee tank build, and as you can see I've got all the wheels done that I said I was going to do in the last video. I haven't done the second one of those ones yet, but I'll get that done shortly. And now what I'm up to is building these bogies or these center sections here, so we can attach all the wheels onto those. Okay, but this took me quite a bit of time, particularly like I said, where those pins in between there needed to be trimmed so that they fit properly. But it's all done, they're all in order, so we're just going to move on now. So like I said, there'll be two of those, which I've only done one. That's it there. And all those wheels are all of those done in A and B. Right now I'm going to do C, which is taking all those bits off the sprue, which I haven't done yet. They're all the parts are all over here. Okay, so we'll get onto those, and I'll start putting them together, and then we can attach the wheels to them, and then they will go on the truck in this video, on the tank in this video, hopefully. All right, so okay, let me get on to this. Please, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget you can join the channel, become a member as well if you want to contribute. There's also ways in the description. You can also buy me a coffee or PayPal or whatever. It all helps and goes towards the channel. Okay, and if you've got any comments, please comment below and give us a thumbs up if you like the video. And I'll be back in a sec with a bit more of this done. Okay, here we go. We've got all the parts here that need to go to make up the bogies for the wheels to connect to. I decided to take them all off and group them, and I'm just working through and just sanding all the nubs off from all those connection points where they're on the sprue. So while you're there, just grab a piece and start sanding and save me some time. That'd be great if you could. Not going to happen. Anyway, I'll go through all this tedious work, and I'll be back when I'm done shortly in your time. It's going to take me a bit of time. All right, back soon. All right, so got them all done. And fingered saw, I sanded most of my finger more than the parts, but anyway, so I got them all done. What I'm doing now is putting these little parts together, which is on the instructions here is called C. Okay, so we've done A, B, we're doing C, these little brackets here. And you can't go too wrong. There they are there. I put them down on this tile so that they're going to sit on a flat surface and they're going to be square. Because pretty much they just sort of go together like this. I think that's right, yeah. You'll know if they're going in the wrong way, because that is the wrong way, because you can't see the screw through there. Turn around, do it the other way, it fits in there. Okay, and do the same on this side like that, and then, and like I said, to make sure they're sitting square, back in, is I'll just put it there and press them down. That's that one. All right, so I'll just do these last. Don't tell me I'm missing one. Why is there only, oh, I'm wondering why there's only 5. I've already built one, so that's why there's 6 in total. Crisis averted. We're not missing anything. All right, I'm going to finish this one off, and then I'll come back and show you the next little step. Okay, so I thought I'd just show you a bit of a update on putting these together. These are very, very fiddly, okay, because you've got to try and hold about 4 pieces at the same time. It's very difficult. So what I've done, what I do is I get the upper and lower ones of these. That's the lower one there. And what I'll do is I'll put this in first. Okay, so that is going to go in there like this. All right, and then this one will go on top. It's going to go like that. All right, and that edge along there is glued in, and I would suggest using CA glue, because you want a really good tight grip on that, because once those are in there, then these wheels need to go in, but it's important to get those parts glued on first. All right, and when they're in, you'll find that the wheels will clip in under there without a problem. And I'll show you on this one actually. Where are we? I don't want to get me mixed up. Under there, see, I think I showed it to you when I did the first one, how they join. So they can only fit one way at one angle. Once you've got them in place, put a clamp on there so everything's nice and tight, and then and then smother them in, Mr. Cement or whatever Mr. Hobby glue is, and let that sit there. Now these will still turn, which is what we want, and that top one will turn, and everything's nice and lined up. All right, it takes time. It took me about 10 minutes on that one. So these ones are all going to take me just as long as well. Even though you practiced on the first one, it's not any faster. You've just got to be very careful. Make sure everything is lined up and tight and sitting in there. Also, one thing I noticed is make sure these are pushed in all the way, because that will determine the connection top and bottom there, how well they fit. Okay, so there you go. Well, hopefully that'll help you out a bit. All right, I'll finish these now and get them all looking like this one, and then we'll come back and move on. I still got to build. I think I got to build another one of these. Not sure. All right, back again shortly. Okay, we're back and they're all done. There they are, 6 of them. And the wheels turn and everything's looking good. So glad I got those out of the way. Fiddly. Now we've got to do one more of these wheels, which are this one here we've got to do 2 of. So I'll put this second one together. And after that we're pretty much going to put these in place on the body of the tank. So that'll be fun. All right, let's get on to that and be back in again in a second. Hey there, welcome back. So I've got that other wheel done. There it is there. I guess you call them wheels. All right, these go on the back of here. Okay, but they're the ones we're going to put in later. Now what we're going to do is put these on here. So I've just quickly had a quick test fit. It's quite simple. They've got the locating thing out for it just there, and it's just a matter of putting it on top and it's going to sit in place there. We'll use the cement glue to glue those on. So I'll put these 3 on now, and then what I've got to do too is, this is step 85, and also it's saying to repeat for the back side. So obviously we do the other side as well. This piece here, I haven't built that yet. Don't think. No, I haven't. So I won't be putting that on yet, but we'll get those on. And then also with these, there's step 86. You can see there. All right, look at that. There's these 2 tiny little struts, I guess they'd be, that need to go in there. Like they're just like extra supports on each one. There's 2 on each one all the way around the tank. So they'll be a little bit fiddly, but we should be able to get those in. Again, they'll all have to be taken off the sprue and cleaned up and then put on. All right, so yeah, there we go. We haven't seen this for a while, but that's how that's looking. All looking good. Looking forward to getting some paint on that, but I guess that'll be a way off yet. We've still got quite a bit to do. All right, so yeah, I'm going to place these on, and we'll come back when I've got one side on and I'll see how it went. Okay, so there's the wheels all on. They went on fine. Just making sure that they dry properly. I've used some cement glue, so they'll be fine. What I've done now is I've gone on to do the hub little sprocket that goes on here. And at first I was a bit confused because there's a little, like an axle there that's going to go through the hole inside that. But look how small the hole is. See that? It's like a fraction of the size of that. I'm thinking, well, it doesn't go on. It's not going to go through. So obviously something's happened in the molding. It may not be on your kit, but obviously it is here. So what I'm going to do is drill that out, the circumference in there, because then we have these little hubs, like little bearings, I guess they would be, right? And that's going to sit inside there. And I've noticed that one end of that hole is a little bit wider than the other. Okay, and it's going to sit on there. So when I tried putting it on the other way around, it wouldn't go on. But that way it fits on there fairly tight. Maybe a little bit too tight. We'll see after I've test fitted it. So that's going to go in there like that. Just sits in there loosely, for this axle to go into from that side. Okay. And then we glue this piece, which has a locating pin inside. So there is a place where you keep turning it until that's going to go in like that. Okay. That's it, yeah. And then that'll go on. Now, I was concerned that putting those on might interfere with this fitting on. I thought, oh geez, maybe I should have not glued those on yet until I tried to make sure this is all right, but it is okay. See, it's going to clear that wheel and you can still fit in there. So that's all good. So what I'll do is I'll just drill these holes out a little bit. Make sure that that's going to fit in there. I would say fairly loosely. That needs to sit on there because it's going to be glued inside. You don't glue that in, okay? And you don't, like this, these two parts get glued together, but nothing gets glued on there, all right? Otherwise it's not going to turn, all right? There are on the instructions, it shows you not to glue that in and also not to glue this onto there, okay? So we'll just see how tight a fit it is. Yeah, because I'm just thinking now if I made this too loose, then the wheel wouldn't stay on at all, would it? So yeah, I'm guessing that needs to be fairly tight fit. So it sits in there and it'll turn on that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I've got it figured out now. I'm sure you've figured it out. So I'll get these pieces cleaned up and tidied up and I'll put it on, and then we've got one more to do on the other side along with the other wheels on the other side. But like I said, they all went on there fine, and that's good. We're getting to the close to the end of step 85. I think it is. Yeah, 85, which is the dreaded tracks coming up next. Oh, of course, those little brackets need to go in there as well. So gotta remember to do that. All right, enough talking. I'll be back shortly. Okay, so that side is done, and I've also put this on, and it turns nicely. One thing to be aware of when you're doing this, when you put that piece on the top, this piece on there, it goes in, right? You really need to make sure that the little locating pin is in the right place. It's a bit tricky because it is a bit of a tight fit, and none of that was glued. I've left it all as a tight fit. So that way, if you've got it on properly, you'll see in there it needs to be square and they need to turn perfectly straight. But yeah, make sure that piece is on and the locating pin in the right spot. That's all I can say. And you won't have to glue anything. Nothing needs to be glued there. If I need to, I can just pop this back off. See how we go fitting the tracks. And on that subject, these two pieces I'm leaving off, they're the ones that go on this end, just in case I need some playroom fitting the tracks. So I'll put those aside. Same with the two little hubs, which I'm yet still not too sure how they fit on there, what angle and so forth. But we can worry about that later. There was a little piece that fell off while I was handling the tank, and it's just off the front windscreen, one of the brackets. So I'll pop that back on. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure all this is dry, but as you can see, there's our wheels they're all on, and they turn, so the tracks should turn. So yeah, so far so good, eh? All right, so I think that's safe to, yeah. All right, and now we have to go on and do these pins. Okay, so there's these little brackets that sit in here and go 2 on each one. All right, and they're all on these. There's 12 of them. We've got 6 sprues, and they're these 2 little brackets here, 1, 2. So I'm going to take all these off now. I'll fit the first one. We'll come back and have a look and see how that went, and then obviously I'll do all the rest off camera. Okay, back in a sec. Okay, so I've trimmed up a couple of these, and I'm just doing it. Well, I test fitted them. There is a location point on the main body of the tank under there where it just sits in there, and they sit in 2 other attachment points on these trucks here. So quite simple really. So just be a bit delicate. Pop it there with your tweezers, touch it with your glue, and hit the other 2 points, and they're in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this side. Be easier, do the 3 here, then turn around, do the 3 on the other side, and then turn the whole tank around and do the others. So all those brackets will be done. So good news. Now let me just sort things out a little bit here, and we'll come back and we'll have a look at what we're up to in the instructions. Okay, so between this video and the previous video, we've got a few steps we can cross off that we've finished now. So we've done, let's see, step 78. There's parts I haven't crossed off on that actually, because there's the lenses that go in the light, so that's why they're left that way. This has got a bit of glass in it as well, so that's why I haven't crossed that off. Number 80, we didn't put the window in, we did that closed, so I can cross that off. That's done. All those parts were put on the front, I think. Yes, they were, so that's done. And then now we've done 82, which is on the front of there. We've done these wheels here, 83. They're all done. There's the 2 front ones. I'll cross them off, though we haven't fitted them yet. And 85 is what I'm doing now. Well, I've done, except for those other except for this bit I've left off just to make sure the tracks go on easy. We've done that. And now we're doing these, all these little pieces here, the little brackets. I'll cross that off because that'll be done shortly. And we're up to step 87, which is putting the tracks on. But of course, we haven't built them yet. Yeah, so here they are. So looks like there's 1, 2, 3 pieces, and this, I'm not sure. We've got so we've got to do 2 times. Each track links contains 79 tracks. Okay, so there's 79 pieces to go in. So it looks like it's okay. So from what I can see here, EH1, which is this bottom piece, has Y79 and Y79 go on either side. So they're the ones that connect one piece to the next. And then this piece sits over the top, EG1. And it all just gets glued as we go. So that's how we go. We put one, we put the 2 sides in and the top down, and we work our way along. There's a lot of pieces to take off. There's a lot of bits to trim up, and a lot of sprue pieces in the box. I'll just grab one small handful of them. There they are there. So we need to take all those off, and those are just those link pieces. The actual little attachment ones are different. Let me find where they are. Okay, so those little link pieces that go on either side of these to join these together are all in here. That's all of them there. That's half of them. There's the other half there. And then there's that much again on the inside, because these pieces here, you know, let's take it out of the packet and have a real look at what we got here. So on this, we'll put these out of the way. All right. It's going to be a long video, isn't it? Everybody watching me do all these. No, don't worry. All right, so there they are. So they're attached by two sides by the sprue. So we've got to take them off as cleanly as possible to minimize the cleanup of them. And yeah, and they'll go down like that. I can see the bits that protrude down and go through the holes in the sections of the track. I sort of got this figured out. Now I want to give a big shout out to Jeff Donahue. Visit his channel. I will put a link down in the description below. He's given me some advice on this. I don't know whether I'll use this or something a bit bigger, but his suggestion was to use a flat surface. All right, so most of these I'll be doing off camera, so I might just use my desktop, which is glass, and I'll use that surface. And then what I could do is I have a steel ruler here to put the other pieces, these pieces, up against, make sure everything's going on straight, so they're all going against this straight edge. Okay, that's the plan. Anyway, that will be in the next video. All right, so in the next video we'll have a brief look at how I clean these up. We'll have a look at how the first few go together, and then it'll be a quick jump to, oh look, they're all done, I hope. All right, so yeah, all right, so we got the trucks on, or the wheels on, the bogies on, I guess they call them. So all good. I'll just finish off the brackets on there, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You can contribute to the channel by joining for only the cost of a cappuccino a day, a month, I should say. And like I said, Jeff Donahue's channel will be down in the links below under the description. Give us a thumbs up if you like it, and your comments are welcome below. All right, cheers all. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.